I'm sincerely, almost feeling sorry for Biden's staff because every time they think they're getting Trump, Biden does something to just leak all over their plans. And I do mean leak this time, but not in the way you think. Or maybe. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. This is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel, your home of inner city intelligence. So, leaks, more presidential leaks. And what was leaked? Classified, classified information. And it was Biden this time. Now, you remember the raid on Mar-a-Lago? They were the onus behind that. The reason why they did that supposedly was because Trump was hiding classified documents. So the FBI, for the first time in American history, busted down the door of the former president of the opposition party, looking for documents that were supposedly classified and weren't declassified by the president while he was, you know, while he was in the office. So the Democrats, they hung their hat on that one. That was going to get Trump. He's going to be indicted. He's not going to be able to run again. We got him. We got him again this time. And they were all hyped up and ready for that. And then Biden screwed the pooch. Finds out, it turns out that he had classified documents while he was VP. So this came out yesterday, I think. They had known this back in November, but they sat on it because it might have something to do with the elections, might had an effect on the midterms. So this is like the second time they sat on information, like Hunter's laptop before, and now Biden's classified document leak. They sat on that till after the election. So here we go. It's still blowing up in their face. But they have the mainstream media handing out these little cards to help out with the narrative. Let's check this out. This is all over Twitter, man. It's hilarious. And it's getting picked to pieces already. So classified documents found comparison. You got a smiling Joe Biden and a frowning Donald Trump. So for Joe Biden, it's under 12, according to his attorneys. For Trump, it's over 60. Under 12, I don't know why I don't just give you the number. I mean, what is it, 11? Is it 10? Is it 2? Under 12? Let's assume it's 12 or something like that. And next is some are top secret. On Trump's side, 60 top secret. Showing Joe Biden, or on Biden's side, it says cooperating. On Trump's side, it says under investigation for obstruction. Lawyers found in alerted archives. On Trump's side, FBI search after ignored subpoena. So I'll tell you the way they really tore this apart, but I'll just go over this real quick. What I thought was hilarious was the cooperating part right there. That is funny because Joe Biden right now is president, and that's his DOJ. They report to him. So who's cooperating? Is Joe Biden cooperating with his DOJ, or is his DOJ cooperating with him? Can't tell by that, but I think it's the latter. But, who knows? The other thing is we have to believe Biden's attorneys when he says there's only 12. They say there's only 12. We have to take less than 12. Oops, sorry. So we have to take their word at it that it's less than 12. And Trump has 160 plus, whatever. But it's amazing what middle of the night FBI raid can turn up. Maybe that is what the big difference is between under 12 and 160 plus. We'll never know because Joe Biden's house ain't going to get raided. But the bigger picture is presidential powers. The vice president does not have full presidential powers. One of the presidential powers that Trump had at the time when he was in the White House, he had he had near absolute control over declassification. It's in the Constitution. And here's the reason why that is. When the Constitution was written, Other countries were run by monarchs, unelected monarchs, czars, kings, queens, the whole 9 yards. So we needed someone with a lot of power to represent the United States when they negotiate with kings and queens and czars and what have you. So a lot of power was placed in the office of the presidency, but most of that power is meant to be wielded overseas, not within the United States. You're not supposed to have a president who's in charge of gas stoves. I mean, that is not a presidential power that's recognized by the Constitution. That's utterly ridiculous. Biden's supposed to be looking out for your safety by trying to ban gas stoves. But remember this. That's a president who can't ride a bike, and he's going to tell me about the safety of my kitchen. Get the freak out of here. Again, that is not the power of the president. All the power is vested, at least most of it's vested in representing the interest of the United States overseas. So, in order for the president to do his job, he needs information. He needs eyes and ears overseas, spies, or just data collectors. This data is collected by CIA, NSA, things like that, to some degree the FBI, which those departments are not in the Constitution, by the way, but they serve the office of the president. So all of this classified data that they gather and they brief the president on, it is his information as the president. So he gets to do what he sees fit with it. He could keep it classified, he could declassify it, doesn't matter. He has near absolute power when it comes to declassifying data. Vice presidents, no. Certainly not the Secretary of State, like Hillary Clinton, who had 113, at least 113 classified documents on her toilet server. It was unsecured, so that was way out there. So those two, Vice President, Secretary of State, they have no power to declassify. President does. So all of this is just ridiculous. I don't know why they keep bringing up that Trump's not supposed to have these classified documents. Yeah, as a president at the time, if he has them and he has them in an unsecured location, they're considered by law declassified. Because we already know this happened already when Judicial Watch tried to sue President Clinton because classified documents were found in a nightstand, and I forgot where he was, but it was in a nightstand, not in a secured place, when Judicial Watch sued to have access to this. And they were told by a DC district judge that if the president has them, it's just assumed to be declassified. So we already got the precedent set. The president can declassify, and it's considered declassified just by the nature of the fact the president has it.